Hey guys, we'll go into a little fire starting. I'm going to exclude large butane lighters because that's sort of on the up spectrum of heavy, and I'm going to exclude matches because I don't trust matches. Matches are handy, but it's not anything I was going to count on to light. So the smallest, and I won't weigh the, this is a Swedish Light My Fire. This is the small little guy. Without the hacksaw, you're at 8 grams. Now, to be completely honest, you can pull these out of the handle and it would be extremely light. I have this one with a little hacksaw blade. Your average pick lighter is going to be 20 grams. The typical magnesium block, which is nice to carry, a little heavier at 38. Now, these all three come from the same company. They all have their worthiness. This is their Strike Force lighter, or flint, from Ultimate Survival Technology. This one has the advantage of it has its own compartment in the back to hold a waterproof tinder. You can see it's a little bit harder to do with one hand, which is we'll get to in a second. Well, I hit the button by accident. You can see the Strike Force has its own striker, and the size of this guy is enormous. So you know you're going to get a lot of good fires out of that. It's a nice hot spark. And that's the Strike Force. Now this is the blast match. This is something I carried quite often because it's meant for one hand. It's meant for one hand because this little tab has a carbon striker in it, and when you press against that and you push this down, whether you're doing it on the tinder, if you have two hands, it's great. You can help block the wind, but you don't need it, and so it's a one-handed guy. That's their blast match. Now this little guy is brand new to their lineup, and it's called their Sparky. And flint pops out, has a little striker in there. You can see the thing folds. You can either do it one-handed this way, or you can push it down to the ground. So we will start to weigh them. So as I get this cap back on. So the Strike Force comes in at 104 grams, which in ounces would be a little over 3.5 ounces. Now the blast match, although a tad bit bulky, 76 grams is pretty good, which is about 2.5 ounces. And the new little Sparky comes in at just under an ounce. They advertise it as an ounce, which is 26 grams. So you can see this little guy is pretty nice, especially if you don't have two hands or you need one hand to help block the wind or whatever you're doing. Those little guys are nice, and there are different sizes of those, but it gives you your options. And you know, that little guy at 8 grams is definitely your lightest option if that's what you need. So